Okay, so I think I'm live. I'm going to leave it a second and just see if anyone says hello or not, but hello! I wanted to do quite a few live streams, but I don't always get the house to myself, and this week I've got the house to myself, so it's an excuse to actually use my computer and be sat in my living room rather than my tiny little box room. If you're here, say hi and let me know what you're going to be reading. I am reading The Ivies by Alexa Dunn. I got this when it was released, literally pre-ordered it, and it came out in May last year and I've not read it, but I think I've got like 300 books I need to read, so it's not anything unusual for me. And I said just come back off holiday. I was away last week and had a long haul flight Saturday night and Sunday evening, so I am a little tired. So we'll we'll see how long I'm on for. I feel tired still. I was awake for around 24 straight hours and I had a little bit of sleep and then slept last night, but yeah, it was a long time with no sleep because apparently you can't sleep on planes very well. Let me know if there's any issues with my camera or my microphone. I'm trying to sort it out. But it's not going. I think I've got it right, but I don't know. So yeah, so my trip was good. I was in New York for a week and we had very temperamental weather. We landed on Saturday the 5th and the Sunday and Monday was like 22 degrees, really warm. Tuesday rained and was like 5. Wednesday it snowed, so we were out for a little bit but we're absolutely drenched. Thursday normal, Friday I got sunburn, and then on Saturday it snowed again, so that was an exciting time with the weather, but we managed to do quite a few things like tick off all the main sort of touristy things. Empire State Building, we went on a helicopter ride which I put on Instagram and was definitely terrified. I don't think Todd realizes how terrified I was on that. I think I held it in quite well, but yeah, it was a good time. Saw loads. We walked like 42 miles throughout the entire week. So I think that shows just how much we enjoy walking, but my legs are glad to be sat down today. I mean, procrastinating is fine. I approve of procrastinating. Hi, Kat. I hope you're doing well. I realised that the clocks went forward this weekend, so I literally like flew through the time zone fully on Sunday night, which was very strange, very weird to go from getting on a plane at like 8 o'clock at night and then landing at 8 o'clock in the morning, but only having been sat down for 5 hours. Very, very weird. Oh yeah, it absolutely insane. I took like a giant coat to keep warm, and then I had to buy a raincoat whilst I was there because I wasn't expecting to need something for rain, but also like mild weather. It was very weird, very, very weird. But I'm glad I went, and yeah, we want to go back at some point. But Todd says in a while, like not straight away, but very all over. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed your trip, but yeah, the weather's been over. Was it like the same for you as well? And the same, I never really know like how the country is with weather. I just know that we had winter weather warnings on Sunday and on Saturday, and we thought we were going to be flying in a blizzard. It luckily stopped about an hour and a half before our flight was scheduled to go, but we were sat outside, sat in the airport looking outside, and the runways were getting covered in snow, and it was just like snow circling and flying around everywhere. Oh, just yeah. So I think I'm gonna do like 20-minute reading sprints probably, and see how far I can get into this. I have filmed a March TBR, but I've not had a chance to upload it yet. So this is one of my TBR books. I've actually finished a TBR book, which is madness for me. But yeah, if I can finish this, I'll get close to because it's quite a short book. I don't know where my camera is, but yeah. Yeah, it's similar. It was warm here yesterday, so last no. Oh my god, 8 inches! Yeah, they were predicting, I think it was 3 to 5 centimeters. I think it was in centimeters that they predicted it because I thought that was odd. I didn't say inches. Or was it my phone? I know my phone kept telling me it was going to like snow a small amount, and then the news was saying it's going to like be a massive blizzard. But luckily, it didn't settle. It did, but they were keeping the runways very de-iced, so I have no idea what it looked like on the other side of the airport. But from what I could see, it was just swirling round. A lot of swirling. I really need to read House of Sky and Breath, but I really also want to read Crescent City, House of Nerve and Blood first, so that I can remember everything, because I can remember quite a bit, but I know there's going to be something where I'm like, oh, if I read them both in one go. Hi Z! Wow. I wasn't sure if you or Kat would be able to join the stream because I know Monday and like work time hours, but yeah. And also, I didn't realise the clocks were going forward, so I thought it would be even earlier. And I've been trying to work out the difference, but I'm not very good at that. Hi, Danny! I've just been saying I'm going to be reading The Ivies on today's stream because I've not started it, and it's quite short, and I feel bad that I bought it on pre-order and never actually read it, so I need to get through it at some point. Well, I mean, I have snuck onto live streams, like watch people's live streams whilst I am working as well, but you never know what someone's going to be doing. Well, I didn't want to say, Z, could be working. So I feel like everyone working from home doesn't work from home. I'll be honest, not sure if I'm actually going to read anything. That's fine. Ness said that she's probably just going to be procrastinating, and again, that is fine. Just enjoy the time whilst other people are reading, or if you've got anything else you need to do. That's like, sometimes I do writing instead of reading, and not as many people join, but yeah, I think I don't mind if you're doing something different to what I'm doing. It's just nice to sort of like be in a collective group together. I'm like in the building also procrastinating. That's even better. I can't get onto YouTube whilst well, I can access it, but I don't, because there's a lot of nosy people who I work with, and yeah, I can't be dealing with that. I don't have like a little office. I'm sat pretty much in the center of a group of people, and it's nicer being at home because I enjoy the quiet. How are you finding Crush? I don't think I know what that one is. This is where I'm like, to Google to find out all the things. I probably won't be able to find it. Oh, is that the Crave books? Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you're enjoying a book, but you don't want to have it on all the time. Well, I say on. You don't want to like be part of it all the time. I find that I will start loads of books and then just pick up whichever one I'm feeling interested in at that moment in time. And then there'll be one book where I'll just read it straight through. I'm not done. Well, I did that last week actually, but I've not done it properly for a while. Normally I'm just meandering. Yeah, luckily I searched Crush and then book, and it came up with that. I've not really heard much about the Crave series. Is that I want to say like Vampire School, but I'm not sure if I'm right. I've like vaguely heard of it, but not really. Just like in passing rather than anything. I think it's good to be able to swap between books easily and not have to feel committed to just one book in a row. I don't think I could just read one book and stop. Although I then pick up books and have to remember which one I'm reading, which is not great. Oh, yeah. I thought I'd seen Vampire in School linked with the Crave series, but I've not read it, so I don't really know. I feel like it could be sort of aiming towards like that early 2010s Vampire High that they were doing. What did they call them? There was like Vampire Academy, which was pretty good, and was it the oh I can't remember what the other ones were, but there was like loads, and I feel like they'd all be like maybe that fits in with that style. I went book shopping this weekend, so I have many new choices. Ooh, what did you get? Did you get anything that you've been really looking for, or was it just sort of a oh, there's some books here and pick them up because that's usually my book shopping. Go into a charity shop, come out with 15 books that I did not intend to buy. Oh no! Which one is it that you're reading at the moment? It best not be Porn and Prophecy. I'd be really sad if that's the case. Because I read that last week and I literally read it whilst on holiday and I finished it already. Because I forgot how much I enjoyed that book, so you really need to read it. And what sounds also got a few in some charity shops. Yep. That is the problem. Just going to a charity shop, you're like, oh, they've got these books in. Yeah, pick up that and I'll pick up that. The amount of books that I own that are from charity shops, when I was at uni, I think I didn't spend that much, but I ended up with like 20 books that I've pretty much read. I've still got them all, but I wish I was reading. That's not that's not a good thing. What book are you supposed to be finishing? Because sounds like you don't want to. Oh, that's nice. It's nice to be able to meet with people you've met online. I met a friend that I've had for 6, 7 years. Last week when I was in New York, she's from New Jersey, and yeah, it was so lovely to just see her in person. So I hope you had a good time meeting all the people and getting all the books. Oh, have you using it on your phone? Is that the problem? Yeah, YouTube does not like to let you multitask. I forget about that sometimes. Put a video on and then accidentally lock my screen, and it is a chore to go back. Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you had a good time and you got all the books, which is a bonus as well. Yeah, I can imagine that will not be helpful then, trying to do an audiobook on YouTube. It's like I've started filming on my phone, so I can only I have to keep making notes on pieces of paper to go back because I can't like have any notes on my phone to do my videos, and that's also a pain. So I can imagine trying to swap between two music apps and stuff. Also not great. Just sometimes phones are really useful, but also really annoying. Right, I'm going to find a timer. I think that's one. I'm just going to go to Google because if you do a YouTube timer, half the time they chuck ads on them. It's like, no, I want a 20-minute timer, not a. I don't want you to put ads on it. Downside to it, changing my browser to a cozier means I can't find the timer. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to do 20 minutes of reading or whatever it is that you want to do. It doesn't have to be reading. It could be crying or just procrastinating or tidying up or whatever. But I'm going to do 20 minutes and yeah, we'll see how far we get and I'll see if I actually enjoyed this book or not, or if it's something that I regret buying on pre-order. Okay, so I managed to get through 24 pages of my book, and it's actually quite interesting so far. I'm liking the setup, although um, it's written by Alexa Dunn, who is an AuthorTube channel. She's traditionally published, and the prologue I just read in her voice because I watched so many of her videos, so it was a little weird to get into just the voice of the story, but you can read the bits that feel like more natural to her. Um, but I'm enjoying it. I'm liking the way this is building up. This is I think it's a classed as like a high school thriller. She wanted vibes of like Good Girl's Guide to Murder with her cover. Um, so I'm guessing it's like that, but I've never read that series of books either. Hi, thanks. I hope it's productive as well. I don't know if you're still around, but if you are, I hope that you have a productive day or that you're able to do what it is that you're setting out for on the day. Let me know what you got up to in the last 20 minutes. Did you manage to read anything? Or did you just have some time to chill? Because can I appreciate having time to chill. Um, I swear I double check that my microphone is actually turned on because I am useless at remembering to turn things back on. Um, oh. That is really rubbish just in general if your internet is just dropping on and off. Um, so I feel really sorry for you because that is annoying. My heart goes out to you because the house I used to live in with my parents, I couldn't access the internet through the Wi-Fi upstairs. So if I tried to Skype friends in my room, it didn't work. I used to have to do it in the living room, which was always really awkward. So yeah, completely have my full sympathy in this. But I hope the 20 minutes were at least relaxing for you if you didn't manage to read anything. Yeah, I'm like halfway through chapter 2. I think what I like with this is just like they've done the formatting to include text messages and emails, so it's kind of like it's not full mixed media, but it kind of is. Oh, it's really awkward that it decided to die as I started to talk again, but it's like it doesn't want you to listen to me. um, yeah, I'm just getting to a point, like a bit of, I guess, like the inciting incident. So it's based on a group of 5 girls who are called the Ivies, and they're all trying to get into Ivy League schools. So they're in the final year of high school. This is me trying to remember how the American school system works. And it's a murder mystery, pretty much. I think one of them is murdered, but I don't know if it's one of these or someone else. I feel like it's one of the Ivies who is murdered, from what I can remember. But I don't really read thrillers, so I'm excited to see if I enjoy it. I really enjoyed Big Little Lies, I think it is. That came out like 6 years ago. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. Yeah, I like it when they try and do different things. There's not been a lot of it, but I think I'm gonna start it's not completely mixed media, but I think I've just clicked a page where it's like, I think all those text messages, but that's like one page is a bit mixed media. So it's like it's a minor attempt at mixed media. But yeah, it's a YA thriller, and so far so good. So far I would recommend it, but I've read a lot of books where I really enjoy the start, and then the last sort of 20 pages make me just want to launch a book out of the room. So I'm hoping it's not that. I like to be able to guess the killers as well in things like this, or pick up on the twists. So I don't think I would be disappointed if I don't get it, because it just means that it's been more subtly done than some books that I've read. But I do enjoy being able to pick up on things like that. So I'm going to see if I can do it with this one. And if I do, I won't tell anyone, because you don't need things like that spoiling. But I think it is one of the Ivys who is murdered, but clearly not the main character, because this is her story. Did anyone else read anything in the past 20 minutes or so? I think I'm going to maybe live stream till about 8. I don't know how long to go, because I don't want to leave it too long. So I might do maybe another reading sprint at about 15:15. And yeah, just try and get as much of this read as I can. I think 24 pages in 20 minutes isn't bad. So I might be able to read. It's weird because you can see like the parts where the pages are, and I've nearly like done a full segment of the bindings. So maybe I can get to like a quarter of the book if I do another couple. I mean, I'm proud of you, Z. I'm glad that you just worked instead of reading. I mean, what time is it for you? Like 2:15 in the afternoon? So yeah, it's probably a good idea for you to be doing work rather than reading. Although, if you can get an audiobook, then definitely do that. Although you need to finish the one that you're reading that you don't like, which you've not told us what it is. So if you don't tell publicly, you need to send me a message, because now I'm curious as to what book you don't like. I finished a book yesterday. It was a lot serious. Oh yeah, sometimes you'll read a book and you need some time to just like, not like a book hangover, but just let it sit and settle. I get that. Was it just like a big book, or was it just the subject matter was quite intense to get through? The last, so I read Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I finished that. I think it was last Monday. I finished that, and that was like pretty heavy sort of like subject matter, with like the way it was done. It wasn't really a heavy subject matter, but the emotions that were being played upon were quite heavy and intense. And then I read Pawn of Prophecy, which is the start of the Belgariad series, which I'm doing a read along with Z and Kat about. And that's just really easy fantasy. I had forgotten how easy it was. But yeah, it was a really quick read. I've just not read anything since, because I only took that on my Kindle, and I didn't want to pick another book up whilst I was on holiday. Crown of Gilded Bones. I don't know if I know what that one's about. So to Google, as always. It was all over the place and I don't understand what was going on. That can make it difficult to get into another book if you're still trying to to piece together to what you've actually read. Oh, is it the Blood and Ash one? Oh yeah, that could be a bit. Is that the last one in the series as well? And it's just, I'm guessing it's not concluded things well. Yeah. So you guys know, I've literally got Blood and Ash on audiobook, and I've not listened to it yet. And I want to, but I don't know. I feel like I find it easier to listen to nonfiction because I can zone out a little bit. But I don't really want to do that with fiction. But yeah. Is that the final one in the series, or is there going to be more? Oh, okay, so there's going to be more. Oh, book 3 or 4, yeah. Oh, that must be really frustrating then if it's not. I'm guessing there's, like, plot points that have been left sort of open for the next in the series, which not always great. I've just realised I've left the timer on. But yeah, not always great if the, plot points are still there and yeah. Maybe it's not badly done, but frustrating if, you're not able to fully understand what it is that you've just read. Wow, 650 pages, and it didn't. Did it not like conclude anything in the book, or was it just very much the sort of a bridge to the final one? I find sometimes books in series can be like that, where it just bridges the two, or one part to another, and doesn't have its own sort of resolution. But if you read them all in one go and like do a binge read, it's fine. But if you actually have to take time between them, it can be frustrating. Fair enough. I guess if it's a 4-book series as well, I think like they're all quite large books though, aren't they, as well? So it's not like a quick, easygoing sort of story, I'm guessing. I'm just going off page numbers on that. It could be very well done. But yeah. Rubbish that you can't describe it, but or like get into any detail with it and don't fully understand it. But hopefully the last one makes more sense if you are going to continue it. Otherwise, that would be a really bad place to end if it annoys you that much. Because I am the sort of person where I will stubbornly refuse to finish a series if one book has been disappointing. Right, I'm going to do another 20 minutes because I'm halfway through this chapter and I know what's going to happen next. And I really just need to read it. So another sort of 20 minutes. I think that'll take us to about 1940-ish, or insert time zone 40-ish here. Yeah, see how much I can get through and how much work you can do, Z, and how much chilling you can do, Ness, if you, or like deciphering or understanding of the book that you've just read. Okay, so I did another 24 pages, so apparently that's my limit at the moment. But I don't know, like an eighth of the way through the book so far. So I'm on page 48, and there are. Is that the end? I don't want to like accidentally read the end of the book. 309 pages, so a sixth. Yeah, planning future content sounds like a good idea. I think I've got 4 videos. I feel probably more than 4. I've got quite a few videos filmed that I just need to edit and sit down and edit, but I've not had the chance to. There's like one from December. I've got my 2022 goals, which have been filmed for weeks. My March TBR. I did like a New York vlog. I've not done much talking in it. I've realised I'm just really awkward about filming in public. But yeah, planning future content sounds like a good idea. Just even if all you do is just write down ideas and don't get around to them, at least you've had the time to think things through and decide on what you want to do. Oh no, well, I know you've gone, but I'll say bye anyway in case you come back to this. Hope the appointment goes well. I might send you a text just to say bye as well. I need to plan too. I've nothing ready for this week at all. Same. I need to edit my March TBR and I might even refilm it. But I'm doing the Game of Thrones-a-thon that Ray and a couple of other people are hosting. I can't remember who's doing it. All I know is Bookmark Chronicles because that's the one I watch. So I need to do that. But this is one of them books. So far, 2 books down. But yeah, definitely need to do some editing and mild planning. I can't vlog in public either. I used to be able to. If you go back through my channel, you will see me vlogging in public. And I used to do it. But I think it's worse now because I know Todd doesn't want to be, he doesn't like photos. And I know that he wouldn't want to be in my videos, although he has had sneaky appearances when I've been doing like landscape shots of places. So because of that, I don't want to film when he's around. But yeah, I don't. It's made it worse. If he was more outgoing, I would probably be able to film a lot better. But I did try. I've actually filmed in more like public places whilst I was in New York. So hopefully I can get back into the swing of things. But I think having like, I don't even know how long it's been since I did proper vlogging outside. 6 years. It's been a while to try and get back into the swing of things. So I'm going to push myself and we are going to get there one day. Well, at least you started reading. Your internet is definitely not your friend tonight. That is definitely for sure. Did you pick up House of Sky and Breath? I want to say Song. I don't know why. Yeah, is that what you've picked up? And are you enjoying it? Because I need to know. I really need to pick this book up. It's just like sat upstairs on my pile of books that I need to read that I've recently bought, and it's staring at me. But I need to read both of them together. Yeah, I'm good at doing sort of like loop rounds of things, like going, oh look, here's this thing. It's better on your phone because people don't really know what you're doing. But yeah, I'm not very good at talking. Although I think I've not reviewed the footage. I think I managed to actually get me talking whilst in a museum in New York. So that's one step towards doing outdoor vlogging again. I read 2 pages. I mean, 2 pages is better than no pages, so I count that as a win. I'm enjoying it, but I've had 2-week break from it, about 200 pages in. I shouldn't have read book 1 before it. Oh, has that ruined it? Like reading them both together? Because I think I would prefer that, but I like to see. I can't think of the word. It's like my brain is just like shut down. Like I like to see the dropbacks to things. So like something's like mentioned in the first book and then picked up again in the second book, or where the second book refers back to something that you've already read. But I enjoy that side of reading the sort of interconnection and the weaving of everything. That is what I enjoy. I think I enjoy that probably the most out of reading. Like I enjoy reading, but being able to figure things out I think it's because I can sit and go, look at me, which is, yeah, that's just who I am. But yeah, we've got to. I think the murder's going to happen soon. I still need to figure out who died. I don't know who dies yet. I've got an idea of who it might be. I think there's two characters who it could potentially be, but I'm not sure which one. I'm trying not to flick through it and spoil it because this is not a book you want to read the last page first of. There's no got to hide it. I should have bought this book on Kindle. That would have been so much easier. But yeah, it's it's a good book though. I'm enjoying it. So far it's like a really easy sort of thriller. It's potentially, I wouldn't say info dumping, but there's a lot of explanation going on. Just to get the grounding for the boarding school that the girls are in and the way that they are. I think that it's doing a good job of pulling it all together. I enjoyed the prologue, and I also like the fact that the prologue was originally in chapter 2 and then they pulled it forwards. The joys of actually watching the the author on her channel on YouTube to get an understanding of the book, but it is good. Have you been able to listen to your audiobook at all, Kat, or are you just stuck trying to swap between apps? Because I understand the struggle. Other than that, again, where I leave the timer up, even though we're not looking at that. And I've managed to, so I've got like a little ring light that I've put up so that you can see me properly in this because I am really dark with just that light on. So I'm just going to give you a behind the scenes of how I set up my desk space. And I've got some hot sauce. I know that when I'm watching people, I always like try and nosy at what's in the background. So if you're curious about any of the paraphernalia on here, ask and I'll let you know. Yeah, it's annoying. I'm sorry that it didn't work because I can imagine that is frustrating. I can have the video play in the corner while I read an ebook though. That's all right then. At least you can kind of do it that way. Have you picked up an ebook? That is the question. And if you have, which one? And are you enjoying it? Because I'm curious. Oh, also, have you started Porn of Prophecy yet? Because I forgot how much I enjoyed it. It was a really nice, easy read. And that's all I'm saying until we do our live show. Oh, that's the John Gwynne book, isn't it? It's the second one. Was it Shadow of the Gods, the first one? I think I got the first one on audiobook recently because Audible had a 2-for-1 sale, and I'm sure that's one of them. I am now going to check my Audible library to see if I do have it because I know I picked up Malice because I need to listen to that one. This is the problem when I've got too many books that are showing up. Yeah, I picked up Shadow of the Gods on Audible and also Mask of Mirrors pretty much because of your recommendations. Also, not yet. It's the very next book I start. I just need to finish one of the 3 I'm in the middle of. Yeah. Yeah. 3 books is a lot to be reading at one time, so I get why you would not want to start another one. I used my holiday as an excuse to take it so that I had just one book and my Kindle, and I read that and didn't want to read anything else, mainly because well, Todd and I realised that we could watch the Travel Channel. And we were watching like all the paranormal TV shows. We didn't manage to catch the new Ghost Adventures though, unfortunately, which I'm a little bit disappointed in. But we did watch some old ones and also Paranormal Caught on Camera. Although, oh, it's gonna make me cry again. There was one that we watched, and what they caught in Chile was absolutely terrifying. Like a full-on shadowy thing moved from a doorway and stood up, and you could see its eyes and. Oh, I can't believe that I've just remembered. I've reminded myself of this. I'm in the house on my own for 3 days. Oh, that was disgusting. I need to try and find it because I need other people to see it because I was honestly one of the most horrifying things I've seen. And there was another one went too far from here actually. I think the guys were in Doncaster, and they went to this like old barn where someone had killed themselves, and they, again, kind of creepy. I didn't notice it until like they reviewed the film afterwards because they weren't looking for ghosts. They were just doing, I think they were urban explorers, and there was like a shadow of a person stood in a doorway, and I was like, oh, it kind of looks like just like the light catching, and then the exact same shadow was like in a different place, and I was like, oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, I know you said so. I picked up Mask of Mirrors, and I need to start at some point, but I'm just building up my audiobook collection, and one day it will. One day I'll listen to them all. Yeah, Travel Channel. Oh, it is so good. I don't know why it's called the Travel Channel when they've got so many non-travel related programs. And oh yeah, we watched the Gold Rush programs because Todd found those on Netflix a few years ago, and I am amazed at how reality TV has been able to like infiltrate so many weird areas. Parking wars as well. It gave me an irrational fear of parking in America, and I don't know how you know where to park and when not to park. Oh yes, I loved the BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural. So good, absolutely amazing. I actually watched some of them with my mum as well because we all love that. We love all that sort of supernatural things. But we think that watching Ghost Adventures in my old house is what helped to bring on the the activity in that house because they were always shouting at it to do something, and then things would happen. So I try not to watch it without headphones anymore. So I was fine in the hotel because I don't live there, and if a ghost wants to stay in that hotel room, that is fine. It can stay there, just as long as it doesn't follow me home. Because yeah, although sometimes I do get the feeling that there's something here with me. So you just have to like shut it down and pretend that it's not. So speaking of, if you see anything moving in the background, don't tell me because I'm on my own and I won't enjoy that. But I think sometimes I'm half tempted to like write ghost stories to see if it will stop that fear. Because I've noticed that I can read them quite easily. So I read Bird Box and I got the vibe of it, but it wasn't as chilling as I would expect it to have been if I'd watched the show. Jurassic Park, I didn't even realise was meant to have like that sort of horror theme to it. Although the film as a child did freak me out. Um, and definitely now have an irrational fear of velociraptors from that film. But the book was, I don't know, it didn't hit me in the same way. And I don't know if it's because I knew what was coming on, like with it. But yeah, I can read things, but I can't watch things. I once found a 1 second video clip on my camera and I was terrified that there was going to be something on it and it wasn't just me that had done it by accident and didn't realise and I'd not deleted it, but that freaked me out for ages. I need some spooky books. I don't really find books scary. Yeah, I've not found a scary book yet. um, so I can't really recommend any, but I will try and find out. My mum says that Stephen King's stuff is like that, but I've never read any. I watched the Dreamcatcher film a few years ago, and that was horrifying. And so I'm tempted to read the book to see if that hits the same or not. But yeah, I I'm half tempted to read scary books to see if I can cope with them, but I also would like to sleep. Oh yes, Jurassic Park is an amazing book. I read the book and I was sat in my living room on my own, and as I read it, I was going, "Oh, this is such a good book. I think that it should be made into a film." Because it was just so completely different. But then I like stopped and recognized what I'd said, and then realized where they'd pulled inspiration from for the first trilogy. Um, so yeah, I think it's such a great book, and I loved the way that it's gone into it. I read a 1-star review, and someone didn't like the fact that the paleontology was done wrong, and that he wouldn't have used a toothbrush to move the sand off the bone because it'd have broken it. And I was like, wow, some people get really nitpicky with books. Like I think that the science behind it was good, but I don't expect like 100% accuracy because unless you do the job, I feel like sometimes you just can't guess it. But yeah, one of my favorite books, and I've got it in French and Spanish. and I've half read the French version and not read the Spanish version. But it's like my attempt to practice my languages by reading books that I love. I don't think I've read Timeline. I'm gonna have to put that onto a wish list or somewhere of a book to buy, but I need to read like 300 books that I already own. So all I'm doing is just making this pile higher. Oh, I've got that. It's actually on my desk next to me. I picked it up at the car boot last year, for £1. I think because I saw you talk about it, Ness, and it's like vampire, and I like vampires, and yeah, so I've got this to read at some point. Maybe I'll read it in Halloween, but it's quite large. I don't really read things according to season though, so I forgot that it was here because it was hidden under other books. So maybe I'll pick this up soon. I don't know. I'm trying not to read it, but I also kind of want to read it now. I've just remembered I've got that. The movie was okay. That sounds like so like this book is amazing. The movie's all right. That's the vibe I've got from that comment. Like it's okay. But don't worry, I don't spend time watching it. I'm obsessed with Jurassic Park Love Bound edition. Oh yeah, I've seen that, and the end pages. Oh, I need it so much. I sent it to my mum, like, so tempted to buy this. When my youngest sister was little, Jurassic Park was her favourite film, but she only wanted the dinosaurs. So the first Jurassic Park film only has 20 minutes of dinosaur footage, and I watched that 5 times in one day. So I used to buy her like loads of Jurassic Park stuff. So she's got like t-shirts and things like that. And then I bought the original cover of the Jurassic Park book off eBay, and I almost bought the Jurassic Park junior novelization for my nephew because again, he loves dinosaurs and he loves Jurassic Park. But that leather bound is something else that is beautiful. Yeah, I thought you had, and yeah, so when I saw it at the car boot for £1, I picked it up because I thought Nessa's talked about this book and she really liked it, so definitely gonna give it a go. Oh, interesting. So I could just like read it from October to December if I have the time. Need to go make some food. Yes, we need to try and speak more often, even if it's not just through live streams. I hope you have a good night and enjoy whatever food you make. I mean, it's got a good cast, but it's just as similar to the book. Okay, so it's like the film is good, but it's like it's very liberally taken pieces of the book rather than a full adaptation. I do feel like sometimes the adaptations can work. Like I think Jurassic Park has done really well as a film, and I also think the book has done really well as a book. But it's also like I would love to see the book done properly, like that version of the book. I think that would be amazing to see, sort of like in. It'd be crazy long. You'd have to have it in a TV show, but I think the minute detail of it and the way that it's done and the character motivations in the book are so much better. And yeah, but I do just really enjoy it. Time travel historical fiction. That sounds really good, actually. That I'm gonna find my Amazon. I just go onto Amazon and then I chuck books on it, and then if I need to buy a book or I'm at a charity shop, I've got a list of them. But this is definitely going on because time travel historical fiction sounds amazing. I was actually looking at Michael Crichton books to buy recently, like just like in general. I was trying to like delve more into books that I've like by authors that I've already read, and that was definitely don't think I saw this one pop up, but that's now on my wish list. Although I can get a used copy of the book for 73p, which I think is about $1. And now I'm really tempted to just buy it. This is the problem I have when I go on Amazon. People are selling books for dirt cheap. It's also why the books to buy list on Amazon is like crazy. So if anyone's ever gone onto mine and had a look at my wish list, it's like crazy. Oh, cool! Time travel historical fiction with archaeologists. That is really that sounds really good. No, don't tempt me. I'm so tempted. That's why I ended up with the Mass Effect book because Chelsea was obviously playing Mass Effect from like June to December, and I got really into the storyline and I wanted more of it because that's just the sort of person I am. And so I went looking for the books, and this one was 99 pence. And I think with shipping it cost me like £2. So I've already got this one. I don't need more. I've got so many books. I just need to read them all. Oh, honestly, I loved the story so much, and I felt like I died a little at the end. that last game, I just the amount of tears I shed during that last game. I wasn't even playing it. I was just so engrossed in the storyline, and I think my appreciation for game writers just Morden, Thane, Shepard. I was just every so often like I just go back to it and I break down, and I was telling my sister about it and telling her that she should play the game because she loves playing games, and her other half has played it. And like we were trying to talk about it without talking about it, and I was like, Tash, you just need to play it. Just play this game. I was like, but it will destroy you. And her brother was just like, yes. He's like, did you at least get like the full extended endings? I was like, yeah. So it's not quite as bad, maybe, but still. Ooh. I'm stuck because yeah, I want to play it. Did I buy it? I can't remember if I bought it because it was on offer at like New Year. But I don't know if I could play it myself now that I know. I think if I'd not known, because I was tempted to buy it when Chelsea finished the first game, because I was like, this is a really good game. I feel like I'd enjoy playing it. It seems quite fun. And now I'm not sure if I want to go there. I don't know if I can deal with that firsthand. I was crying that bad that Todd got up from his seat, which is like behind me. He heard me crying whilst he had his headphones on and playing games. And he came over and he was like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm not okay. Why has this happened? So I don't know if I could play it on my own. Yeah, it was actually kind of nice that he'd noticed. But also I was just sat here like, just heartbroken is the only way to describe it. I was like, no, you've got to go to the bar. Oh, honestly. But I think it's a good mark for a writer to be able to create characters in a way like that, where you just you feel like part of you has died with them. Yeah, it was I'd like to say it doesn't happen a lot, but I'm quite an emotional person deep down. So it definitely was a little bit too overwhelmed by that game. Sometimes though it's good if you feel like you need to cry just to like clear out all the negative emotions. It's great. But yeah, it just came over and like gave me a hug, like leaned on me, is like, you okay? And I was like, no. I have not played Uncharted. I saw the film, the one that's come out recently. That's really good. And I could tell that there was a lot, because I know it's a prequel, I could tell that there was a lot of nods. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. Like, a lot of nods to the games, but I've not actually played them. I feel like that's another series that I need to sort of pick up at some point, but I just don't have time. But I don't know if I know anyone who's actually played it, apart from you. But yeah, I've never really seen much about them. I've just heard that like it's a good game, but it's just time to get through them all. But I know that I'd probably really enjoy them. Yeah, I think if a game series goes on for long enough and it's got like a good fan base, it's either because there's like some sort of like cult following behind it, like some of the games that I've played, Toe Jam and Earl, and or it's like been wonderfully done with storylines and characters being built. So maybe it's one to pick up in the future. There's this. Maybe I go onto Steam and add a game to my Steam wishlist because I do that a lot as well. Amazon for books, Steam for games, even if I don't buy them from there. But no, it's a. I feel like I need to pick it up. Probably will do at some point then, especially if you are saying that it's a good one to get to. Because I trust your opinion. do I read or do I get ready? I know it's like 8:05 my time, but I am still trying to catch up. Yeah, just chuck everything on a wish list and then one day you'll buy it. At least that's what I'm hoping for. At least it means I can't forget about it. So occasionally I do go through the hundreds of books on my Amazon wish list to see if there's anything there that I still want to read, or if it's something that I've already picked up, because I'm not very good at removing books from there. But I like the fact that Steam will send me emails to say when a game's on offer. I keep getting Game Developer Tycoon, and I don't know if I'll ever buy it. But it was a game that I heard about and it sounded great at the time. And that was in like 2014, 2015. So, and it's been on offer a few times, but I've never bought it. So maybe I just remove it. But I kind of don't want to because it's now a part of my gaming history that it's there. Right. I think I am gonna call it that for today, just because I know that I'm enjoying this book and it's gonna get to a point where I'm just gonna want to read it without stopping, like every 20 minutes or so, because I've already got to that point and I'm only 50 pages in. So I'm going to call the stream and try and sleep because it's gonna be I still need to catch up from Sunday. Yeah, good timing then, and at least you'll be able to drive home in peace, so you can listen to your audiobook without having to worry. Yeah, so if you want to subscribe to my channel, whoever's watching, to see more of my videos, I do have quite a few due to come out soon. I don't know when they'll come out, but they will at some point. I just need to sit and edit them. Maybe whilst I've got time this week, I will sit and do some video editing and uploading to try and get back on schedule. But I will see you all at some point, and I hope you have a good day, a good evening, a good rest of the week whenever you watch this video. So see you later. Bye!